Hey guys. Can't believe this is working right now. I'll get to that in just a second. Hey Carol, it's good to see you. I'm doing okay. Don't mind the background noise. My mom's on her computer right now, watching some things. So you might hear a lot of background noise. Autumn Spirit, hello, it is good to see you. I figured right now would be the best time for me to go live. I'm gonna wait until some more people come in. But But yeah, I'll explain it here in just a second. And this is something that I really feel like it needs to be addressed and let you guys know. So heading out to a bakery, but want to say hey. Well, it's good to see you, Carol. Pink Edge. It's good to see you. Yeah, I'm gonna explain that here in just a second. Um, for those that know me and what I go through, there's always obstacles that I have to overcome, and I think a lot of people are the same way. Um, when it comes to just being able to do what you want to do, and this is one of them. But yeah, this is going to be one of them, and I do want to make you guys aware of it. There's a lot of people that are on my Twitter have already seen what I've put out. Thank you, Carol. I do appreciate that. Um, oh wow, Carol. I bet you're so excited and cannot wait. Thank you, Autumn. I do appreciate it. Um, everybody knows I have issues with going live. I have issues with being able to understand when people are on the panel with me because it's in and out so much. Um, for the last year and a half, I've been having issues with my internet. And it's not, I know it's not just me. A lot of people have been having issues from all of their um, internet providers. Well, I knew they were going to phase out DSL, and I can understand why because it's been around for a very, very long time since I was a teenager. I'm 35 now, so it's been about 20 something years, 25 or more, something like that. And I know going to be obsolete. Well, I noticed um, that it was becoming more and more of a hassle to go live. It was getting harder. Like when I would want to go live, I would have to stop doing other things while I was live or ask my family if I could go live and do what I love to do was go live stream. And it's gotten to the point now, even if I'm on my computer, just my computer, I take off Wi Fi on my phone. My parents are not on the computers. It still gives me a lot of problems. And I found out why. I'd been doing research and whatnot. Basically, and I'm going to say the name of the company. I know a lot of people say how crappy AT&T is, but it's even crappier when you're phasing out a type of internet without having a viable replacement for it. And the reason being, they say it's not financially feasible to replace the DSL with a higher speed internet. So basically, from what I read yesterday, over 40 million households have DSL. Of those over 40 million households, 12 million have the fiber optic option. Why can't the rest of us have it? They don't plan on putting any more fiber optic out. So the people that are dealing with AT&T don't really have many options, very little. I've searched for the last 6 months on different kinds of internet that is provided for here. There is one other DSL provider for here, but their customer service is so crappy. They advertise that you get so much megabits per second and all this other stuff, and but their customer service is bad. The only other option would be something like satellite. But even the ones with satellite are very sparse and like for this area do not really provide for here. So it's like I'm in a position where if it gets phased out before we get different internet, I'm not going to be able to be around. Um, and that hurts me. Exactly, Autumn. I wouldn't trust satellite very much. There is a cable company here, but I know from many, many friends that have it, the internet option with the cable, you only get maybe 5 hours of open time with the internet. The rest of the time, you're blacked out. And there is a petition going around. Now, see, in this state, $30 billion was set forth for rural internet to allow access to have internet in places that are really rural. And it's specifically to expand the internet access. And according to the governor, because of this pandemic, high-speed internet access is even more important for remote education, telemedicine, and small businesses. These projects that they are doing to try to bring rural communities access to the internet. It will help bridge the divide in different counties so that communities can access the most important services and participate in more digital society and economy, which means that this state is supposed to be excelling. But when you got somebody like AT&T who doesn't give you that extra option, and the only reason why those 12 million people households have internet access with fiber, they notice they're in the more wealthier communities, which means that AT&T is like splitting up the poor versus the wealthy. And there is a petition going out, and it's going to go out to this governor, and it's going out to AT&T amongst other people. And the people that are on this petition is trying to stand up and say, hey, we notice what you're doing. If you were actual real for having services type of company for your customers, you would have had an option available for us. And so I will share you guys the link here in just a second of this petition if you guys want to sign it. But this is the only other thing that I know to do. I've done pitched the fit at AT&T on Twitter. And because I brought up what was going on, and it's in the middle of being phased out now. My family actually paid up for this month beforehand, and there is no envelope that came with it. So it's like the next 30 days, we could be out of it. Hey, Anthony, it's good to see you. All other money, they reallocate the money elsewhere as always. Yeah, and like I said, this petition is supposed to go directly to our governor and AT&T and another company, because there are some companies, and AT&T was bad for this. You call to get a certain kind of service for one area, they say it's not available in your area, but just a few feet down the road, they got what you're ordering. That's not right either. I could see if there was a county line here and they don't service certain counties, I could see that. But if it's a few feet down the road, why can't you bring it here? So yeah, there is another bump in the road, my journey that I'm going on, and it's dealing with this BS with AT&T, and now we're having to search for viable options for my area for here. Hey, Becky, it's good to see you. Sorry to say. Yeah, they're no better. The reviews that I got from the other DSL broadband internet access, it's like the reviews are like the stars are like 2.5. They say that the customer service is not good. We've looked into satellite, and I know it's going to be pretty expensive for a satellite. So we got a hard decision to make here. Yeah. And I mean, what's up with that on them? It's the same here. Like, we're supposed to have the highest speed internet possible when it comes to DSL. I know DSL is basically obsolete, but that's the only thing that works here, and it worked well for the longest time. It just recently, when they decided, hey, we're going to phase this out, they talked about um they had talked to us about possibly the wireless option for AT&T. Problem is, and bless the technician that was out here the one time, ended up replacing everything, wires, parts, to see if that's going to work for our um, internet, to see if it worked better, and it did. Because it stopped working here for the longest time. And he said even the wireless option is supposed to be 5G, and it's supposed to be fast speed. The only as it won't reach but 1G out here based on where the tower is at. So the wireless option is not a no-go. And when I searched on AT&T's website, it says that there's no high-speed internet options available. AT&T, you fucking screwed up. You really screwed up on this. After being a customer for as long as I can remember with the phone, you nickel and dime us with the phone when there's options available for unlimited nationwide calling. You nickel and dime us when I want to be able to talk to my sister. So we can't call out to see about my sister or any family members that live out of state without being charged so much money per minute. And I know that's the old way. Over 25 years of being a customer for them, and they're dropping us like we're nothing. That's got me frustrated. I said something on Twitter. They wanted to help, and I said, honey, there's nothing you can do to help me because you guys continuously fail to communicate with us what is going on. We have to learn from, ironically, the internet to know what exactly is going on. And yeah, I've left them bad reviews, even on their questionnaires that they give on social media for asking how they handled it properly. Y'all didn't handle shit. So yeah, I'm probably not going to be um able to go live very much like I wanted to. Um I'm probably not going to be able to upload like I wanted to. And it's because of the stupid AT&T crap. and I have been researching for a while. I've been wanting to do some calls to double check on this and to see if there's a service available. And most of the time, it's not. Very limited options, and it's not fair to the community. What if I was working from home? I'd be even more irate than I am now. What if I was a student going to college online? I wouldn't be able to do it. This has got me heartbroken. And I just don't know what's going to happen now. I really don't. And I'm trying to find where I can share this link for this. And this ain't just for this community, it's for everybody. But that's the link to the petition. If you want to sign it, you don't have to. But I wanted people to be aware of what's going on. Exactly, Patrick. And it's good to see you. Exactly, Anthony. If they would have already just took the time to set lines here and there, it would be better. At least give an option for AT&T customers to switch to something different that is going to be available in their area. Not just drop them like flies like that. The internet has become more of a necessity than ever before. You can't try to get a job without having to go online to fill out an application. I don't know how many times I've personally filled out applications online. Well, Patrick, not when you live in a rural area where you've got neighbors, but not that many neighbors. Um, it's almost like screw the little people. That's how they look at it. And I understand they want to make a profit. They want to make they want to do well as a company to provide and everything, but you're one of the top people or top companies that make that have millions of people serviced through internet and phone and whatnot. Yet you're willing to drop a good bit of customers just because you don't want to shell out the money for putting the right kind of internet that would be awesome to have out this way. Seriously. And it boggles my mind. And there's a lot of people that I know that don't even have internet because they cannot get it where they're at all. And when they finally decided they were going to get it because they do have kids, there's no options available. It's like, but the governor is supposed to have this initiative where rural areas, rural communities will be able to have access to high speed internet because it has become more of a necessity than ever before. And it's not happened, at least in this area. It's like AT&T withdrawal. I'm wondering if AT&T got any of that money from this initiative that the governor put out. Yeah, yeah, Patrick. Cell service. Don't get me started on cell service. I barely can do texting. When it comes to calls, I barely can do that. And it's at that point where, like, it's halfway um working, only to be able to text. When it comes to video, I cannot watch it. And it's because we're so far away from cell towers. Hence the reason why Ghost Dog says I am in the Bermuda Triangle of technology. Because, of course, internet gives me a hard time all the time. Cell phone data will not work out here very well. Making phone calls doesn't always work either. And I know for a fact Ghost Dog can vouch for that. Because he has been here. He has wandered with the county that I'm in. US cellular wireless is supposed to be really strong here. It's strong all over the county, except for this house. Yeah. So either way, I'm gonna end up probably having to take a hiatus until stuff starts getting switched over. And I don't want to do that. I want to be able to go live when I want to be able to go live. And I'm stressing to be able to. I don't want to go live and my parents are doing something on the computer and they're being loud. I don't want to do something that or say something sometimes when my family's around, because I do have somebody who likes to make comments while I'm streaming, trying to correct me or say something just out of the blue, throws me off. So when I'm able to stream, I want to be able to stream. I can't always do that, especially now. And yesterday there was a survey. And if you live in the state of North Carolina, there is a survey that you can take that asks about internet, that also asks about cell data. And it gives you an option to put some comments in there. I done it yesterday. It also tests out your internet access. Most people can do pretty well with that. Megabits, 1 megabit per second, 2 megabits per second, that's the range that it normally was. Yes, last night, in the middle of the night, the only thing that was on was my phone, and it was at 0.66 megabits per second. Wasn't even a megabyte. And don't get me started on trying to, where they try to upload or test the upload thing out, because it didn't even show it on that website. It didn't even show it. And it's gotten to the point where, like, I'm barely able to upload videos as it is. Trying to stream has gotten harder. if I'm on a panel with people, I'm starting to learn that it's cutting it out even worse. When I have my video up, I look like the only thing I can compare it to is when you are on a video game like Super Mario and it flashes out and it pixelates and blurs everything. That's what I look like when I'm streaming. If you guys haven't checked out my D Live side, I got replays on. It shows you what it shows you video and it shows that I'm freaking lagging as hell. And it's not because of my computer, because my computer is just over a year old. It's my internet. There is nothing I can do about it. That's why you see me. I do not have my picture up. I do not have my camera on, but I'm on audio. And I got to do what I got to do. It's very frustrating, but like always, I'm still going to be plugging along as best I can. And I'm hoping that you guys will hang in there with me. It is very hard for me to even say anything about this, but yet I wanted to let you guys know. And if there are people that are out there that are like me having issues with your AT&T internet, this is why. They've been trying to phase out since last year DSL, but because of the pandemic they had to hold it off for a little longer. I think October of last year they decided DSL was no longer going to be available on their website to order from them. And they're not giving people that have DSL the option of another service within their company. So they're pushing out customers that they feel like they're not going to get enough money out of them, I guess. Hell, if they had fiber optic cable down this way, you can pretty much bet your sweet butt that I would make sure that there was some way that we were going to be able to get it. That would have been my top. If I had a choice, that would have been my top choice. But they don't give us the option. I think so, Patrick. I'm pretty sure that's the thing. And there has been articles that I was looking at that the FCC had explained that there is, you have to have a certain kind of megabits per second download speed and a certain kind, like a ratio of download speed versus upload speed. And the AT&T DSL stuff is not working. But they did put a mandate out to all those companies that were supposed to be able to have high speed internet all over. Is it really going to happen? Probably not. But in this day and age, internet is important for a lot of different people for many different reasons. How are you going to just throw that under? How are you going to throw the carpet out from underneath a lot of people that rely on this internet? No, you did, Patrick. Yeah. Hey, Pearly May, it's good to see you. So yeah, I'm at a loss. I'm not sure what the future is going to hold for me and my social media platforms. I just hope everybody hangs on for the ride. It may come down to every so often I'll do an update video if it comes down to it. And I'll have to go traveling to a place where I can put out a video. So that is basically my little spiel. This this whole situation sucks. Oh, and Spectrum, I will say this. Spectrum is kind of in a little bit of ways the same way because they're the top that are even if, even if one person has service and you're a few feet away from them, they want to be able to run. I've seen this story. They want to be able to run lines and service further out, and if it's not feasible for them, they're not doing it. But to me, this is getting way out of hand, and this is getting real for me, and it scares me because I'm so used to being able to be on the internet. I'm barely able to see a stream now. And I noticed a lot of people are like, what's going on? Well, it's my internet. I've had people mock me saying that everybody knows about my internet, but I don't think they knew how bad it's going to get. I don't think they realized it. But it's okay. I've done a lot of research to be able to kind of sum it up. I can't screen share because it won't let me because of my internet. It won't let me. But that link is the petition if you guys want to sign. This is going to go to AT&T company. It's going to go to the governor of this state. And I believe it goes to the people that are involved in the technology department of North Carolina. They're supposed to be bringing their one of their initiatives is to bring internet to everybody in the state or the options for internet. And considering everybody's all about high speed and all this other stuff, and DSL, it's old, and I understand that. But don't ditch the people that have been loyal to you, your company, for so long. Don't ditch them like that. Give them an option. So I figured I'd come and bring it to y'all's attention. Yes, it streams are going to be few and far between. I don't even think that the internet, as of right now, can handle me trying to go live and do my exercise block challenge. It's not going to be able to do that. Sadly enough, I want to be able to do it. I'm still going to do it at some point. But this is going to be a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. And Autumn was right. Satellite's really not as reliable as something like DSL fiber optic is not as, yeah, Pearly Bay in a nutshell. And I think it's somewhat hypocritical that the governor has allotted a certain amount of money, millions of dollars, to go towards providing internet for the entire state, not just the cities, not just certain places. And it's just, it's got me all frustrated. It really has. Like, I want to be able to go up on people's panels without having issues of being able to hear what is being said, and I can't do that. I can't watch certain people's streams because the bandwidth gets eat up really quickly. And when it comes to social media, I have been on the social media scene for the last 3 years. Every single day, I'm looking, I'm watching. Um, unless there was an issue with the internet, I'm so fit to be tied. I'm already tongue tied as it is, and it's just making it worse. um, and to have that reality of not being able to is really frustrating me. Yeah, it should be for the whole state, but they've went to a certain amount of counties, which my county's not a part of. And I'm like, okay, this is not good. So it's, and I'm probably going to write to one of my representatives in the local government about this and see if there's anything they can do. Maybe I should start a petition, a petition that will go to the more local government. But I don't know how that's going to work. I'm just hoping that by having this petition and trying to push to let people, to have people not have that knowledge of what's going on, I'm hoping that it is a catalyst for good change. Go for it. As fit to be tied as I am right now, I think, yeah, this is, yeah, we're gonna have to do something. And like, I love to be able to watch YouTube videos, watch movies on streams. I love to watch streams. I love to be a part of conversations. And it's getting to the point where I can barely hold myself in the chat without it messing up on me. And yes, there's times that, like, yeah, I might not feel up to being in live streams. I'll go watch some videos on YouTube, just random things. Here lately, I've been looking into different theories and history, and sometimes dark history. Some of the hard things that, like, almost like a trivia thing, like what happened back in such and such time, and you can find videos on it. Take care, Patrick. But yes, this is another bump in the road for me. having to figure out what to do, it's a lot more tougher than people think it is, because there's a lot of companies um that turn this area down, and it's sad, really sad. Hell, we if we had good and decent cell service, and the thing is, people ask me if there's any companies that like my phone would work better with, like Verizon or T-Mobile, Straight Talk, any of them. If it was make a difference, it doesn't matter what kind of cell service I have. There's no cell, I mean, barely any cell service out here. On rare occasion will my cell data be able to be used efficiently. So so yeah. I'm gonna get off of here. Um Again, I am gonna be putting out the link to this petition that somebody in this state started. And this is going to this is going towards AT&T and what they're doing. But if I start a petition, I will let you guys know. I'll give you updates. If something changes, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, as of right now, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna attempt to try to upload a couple videos. I'm gonna try to attempt to stream as much as I can before stuff gets so bad that I can't stream. And unfortunately, I, I'm gonna have to keep my camera off. You guys are not gonna be able to see me, but you guys are gonna be able to hear me. So, but much love to each and every one of you guys. I'm sorry if I seem like a little emotional talking about this, but it needed to be said. And I know a lot of people already have a negative thought about AT&T. And I know this is just adding to what they already think, and it's okay. But I wanted people to be aware because I feel y'all are important to me. Y'all really are important to me, and I wanted to let you guys know if something. So if I drop off, it's not because I wanted to, it's because of the internet situation. So much love to each and every one of you guys. Always remember, you never know what's out there till you spread your wings and fly.